Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The first text came at 2:13 a.m., and I almost didn't see it. My phone vibrated against the nightstand, the screen lighting up her name in a way that suddenly felt foreign. I rubbed my eyes and read, "I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry." At first I thought it was just a fight, we'd had plenty of those. But something about the emptiness behind the words made my stomach drop. I called her immediately. No answer. Then again. And again. Each unanswered ring made my heart pound like a drum. The weeks before had been strange, almost imperceptibly so. She smiled, but not at me. She laughed, but sometimes too late, as if she'd heard something I hadn't. There were nights she worked late, more than usual, and mornings when her phone buzzed with a quiet insistence she didn't want me to notice. I asked myself if I was overreacting, if I was imagining the distance that now seemed to stretch between us like a canyon. But my gut doesn't lie. I started noticing small things, the lingering perfume that wasn't mine, the way her eyes darted when I came into the room, the text she quickly locked when I approached. My mind raced in circles, questioning my own judgment. Maybe I had changed. Maybe I wasn't enough. But the unease didn't disappear. It wasn't until that Saturday morning, while she was shopping with a friend, that I saw the truth. Her phone slipped off the counter, buzzing again, and I couldn't resist. My hand shook as I unlocked it, a violation I'll never forgive myself for, but one I also can't deny. The messages weren't just flirtatious, they were intimate, familiar in a way that used to be ours. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Miss you so much." My blood ran cold. The man she had chosen wasn't some fleeting fantasy. He was real. He existed in the spaces we once shared, occupying the warmth that had been mine. I didn't confront her immediately. I couldn't. I walked away instead, physically and emotionally. I stayed in my office, I avoided our apartment. I let silence become my shield. She called, she texted. She tried to reach me with half apologies and excuses, but I couldn't hear her. Not then. I needed air, space, some small sliver of dignity left untouched. And yet, even in that distance, I felt the pull of what we had been. Memories hit like knives. Lazy Sunday mornings, coffee shared over whispered dreams, the way she rested her head on my chest and laughed at nothing at all. Each recollection was a double-edged sword. Love didn't leave me, it turned against me. Weeks passed. She grew desperate. She left notes on my car, sent flowers, begged for a conversation. I agreed finally, one rainy afternoon, to meet at the park where we first kissed. I remember the heaviness in the air, the wet leaves sticking to my shoes, the way her eyes, once so familiar, flickered with something like regret. "I made a mistake," she said, voice trembling. I don't even know why I did it. I wanted to yell, to shake her, to make her feel the betrayal in every bone of her body. Instead, I did something neither of us expected. I smiled. Not with joy, but with a quiet, terrible understanding. "I know," I said. "And I've already made my choice." Her eyes widened, a mix of hope and fear. "I can't be with someone who chose someone else over us," I continued. "I loved you. I still do. But love isn't supposed to hurt like this. And I can't stay where I'm hurt every day." She reached for me, as if grasping for the last thread of what we were, but I stepped back. There was nothing left to hold on to except the memory of what had once been sacred. Then the unthinkable happened. She collapsed into my arms, not in reconciliation but in despair. She confessed everything. How she felt lost, how the other man was a fleeting escape from her own fears, how she had realized too late that I was the one she truly loved. But by then the choice had been made. My heart was broken, yes, but my dignity remained intact. I let her go. I walked away again, this time with no hope of returning. And as I watched her standing there, drenched in rain, calling my name over and over, I felt an odd calm settle over me. Betrayal had cut me open, but it hadn't destroyed me. I would heal. I would remember. And I would never let anyone choose over my worth again. The park grew quiet, the rain softened, and I took the first step toward a life I hadn't dared imagine in months. A life without her, but with the knowledge that walking away had been the bravest thing I could do. And for the first time in weeks I breathed.